Hello, everyone. This is Hatsmania, coming to you with another deck profile. I've been playing Magnets, with the exception of that brief period I was playing Doom Z. I got my first top this year with Magnets very early in the year. Doom Z was my second top, for those of you who follow my random uploads. But Magnets has been the deck that I have played the most. I just know this deck like the back of my hand. I went to 3 different locals this week. I topped every single one. I went undefeated twice, and the last one my only loss was the person who won that locals. It was 10 rounds total, and yeah, let's get into it. Also, my matchups are. I had a matchup almost every single time. The only one that was a duplicate was Mitsu, which this deck actually has a weird matchup against. It's really just if they see Super Poly or not. Anyway, for the starters, we're playing, in terms of monsters, we're playing 3 Magnum and 3 Beta. This is standard. This card's really, really good. In terms of my opponent's turn, I did kill someone without normal summoning this as well tonight. But the opponent's turn effect to Lone Fire is super, super important. If you're able to resolve that, you do just kind of win, or just able to play through into the next turn. This card's just insane. Foolish 2 as cost to summon itself inherently, so they can't interact with it. But yeah, no, these cards kind of just get you everything. This is obviously the best starter in the deck. I think this is the worst starter, but it's really, really, really strong, and it's been people just weren't interacting with this correctly, ever. So yeah, really good. Next, the last 3 for rocks in terms of the monsters. 3 Sigma Minus is the best extender in the deck. You want to get to this as soon as possible. If this is in your opening hand, you know you're going to just bait. So it's just this card just does so much. The Foolish effect does come up depending on the combo. So just be mindful of that does, you can do that to resolve that instead of getting your extra normal. There were multiple times as well where I would send the Magna Warrior in the deck to Lusion, and then bounce something back to hand with Flux, and then after using bonding to special flux and shuffling back to Lusion, and then re-normaling this off of the Fusion Magnum, which was bonkers. I think I did that 4 times total. It was really, really strong with that. Next, the next best extender for Magnets is Sigma Plus. We only play 2 because we're playing Pure. You do not want to clog on this. I did open both copies twice, and I think I won one of those and lost the other one. However, it's just really, really good. You play 2 because you don't want to open. If you do open it, you still have 1 in deck, and then it's not terrible to have just a name in hand just so you can get the extra normal on occasion. But yeah, and then the send effect is really relevant. It's your grind game. You do need this to resolve and damage step a lot of the time. People just didn't realize that's what it did. So yeah, just really good card. 1 Epsilon. This is the worst normal in the deck. You want to search this, you never want to open it. I think I opened it 3 times total. Every single time it was fine, though, because I was able to just play. Only one time, actually no, it was all except for one time, in which case it was me playing into a KT board, and I just didn't have enough engine to actually push through. So overall, really good. Being able to send from deck to graveyard, again, as cost, is crazy. And seriously, you should always be hitting this. I don't understand why people just look at this and oh yeah, that's fine, and it's no, hit this card. This card gets you to everything. Next, 1 Omega Plus. This is a little awkward in the deck. However, you do need to play it because it's your main send off of this. It's the reason why you're able to play Guardian, in my opinion, because you're guaranteed to rock through if you go full combo. And the book effect is actually really relevant. The book effect's really, really good. You only need 1 because you can always put it back with bonding. It does not matter that it banishes itself. Yeah, it's just a good card. And it's okay going second because you can get an extra 4 on board, basically, so you can go into Gallon Granite so you can play. 1 of the Brick. I think I opened this once the whole week. And even if you do, if you open any card that allows you to fuse from hand, it's not a brick anymore. Congratulations. Yeah, just really good card. This is your entire grind game in one card. It does multiple things. You can summon this more than once per turn. A lot of people were like, whoa, like I would send it as Link material and then resummon it, and you're like, you can do that? I'm like, yes, I can. This card's busted. Like, just really good. I think it only got banished from Graveyard one time. And someone tried to bell this as well, and I was just like, you can't. This is just an inherent summon. It doesn't activate. It just happens. Yeah. And then for extension, as well as like part of your end board, one Guardian and one Supplier. This card's really stupid. I really want to play more than one, but it does kind of clog. Because like I don't want to hard open this a lot of the time, and I did. I think I hard opened it like 6 times. But like you can recur this 3 or 4 times in a turn in this deck. Like it's just, this card's so stupid. If you don't need your normal, this card is insane. But yeah, like this card just allowing you to give an extender and then get an Omni Negate on board that you can like get out on board on your opponent's turn is very dumb. More 1-card starters. 3 Duo Tyrion. I like 3. I side 1 or 2 out going second, just depending on the matchup. This card is just good. You get to bonding. Like, that's what it does. That's all it's meant to do. 3 Magnet Bonding, speaking of, and 1 Induction. This is also standard. A lot of people had to reread this card and be like, oh, you activated one? I'm like, I can activate another one. Like this card's insane. Konami, please give us a fusion that allows us to get a bonding back from graveyard or banished, please. Like, this got accusation once. I still won that game. The induction is like, okay. It's just an extender if you need it. I think I just used it to get extra bodies, and so my cards can get destroyed a couple times. Mostly for the destruction. Like that's the most irrelevant effect on this. It's really good into KT for that reason. 1 Infernal Punisher. You search Duo Tyrion on this, and going second, you can summon the Duo Tyrion. I did summon Duo Tyrion twice, and it was great for extension. So, thank you. Like, good card. It's also like a thrust target. I am playing a copy of Thrust in the side, so it's a way to get 2 engine through Thrust. So this is my like tech that's like really, really good. You only play 2 of it because you don't want to brick on it, and 2 was perfect for me. I am playing 2 Super Duper Poly. I am not playing the best target because I don't own the best target. I need to order one. But in general, this card is just like really insane. In this deck, it's just meant to invalidate hand traps. You're not using this to remove something from your opponent's board the majority of the time you can in this build. I will explain that when I get to the extra deck. But basically, like, the idea is if I start with Beta or with Magnum, and they Bell, Imper me, Ash me, whatever, this is a way to play through that hand trap and just invalidate it. I'm playing, like, 4 cards main that help invalidate hand traps, because this deck can just hard lose to them in just random hands. So yeah, this card was fantastic. I really enjoyed playing this. Would not take it out. Like, straight up, this should be standard. This card has allowed me to play. Like, it's good. It's very, very good. For hand traps, we're playing 2 Fua and 2 Perulia, another weird ratio. I am siding the 3rd Fua, so, like, don't freak out. 4 Charmies has been working for me. I might switch it back to 3 Fua and 2 Perulia main. However, I saw these just enough. Like, even if they get Ash, that's an Ash that's not hitting my engine, so I was, like, very okay with that if they ever had an Ash for it, and I was usually able to break their board anyway, because, like, the rest of it, if the rest of it is engine, the Magnet, like, engine is just so efficient that, like, you can push through a good amount of boards regardless. So yeah, really good with that. I did play 3 Ash mained. I don't like maining this because of Cool Tune, but I do think you have to in general. Yeah, like, it stays in going first. It's usually taken out going second. Just, you have to play it because of the Charmies. That's why we do. I am maining 2 Droll. I I didn't main this the first locals. I sided it, and then I started maining at the second one, and every time I saw it, I won that game. Except for one time against Mitsu, and that's because the rest of my hand was dog shit. So, yeah, like, this card was, like, really good in general. 3 Fallen. So, Super Duper can get you to this card in this deck, depending on the matchup you're against. Again, we'll explain when we get to the extra, but, like, this was fine. I would sometimes side out 1 going first or going second, just depending on the matchup. But in general, this has been working. I don't think I would take this out. It's not my favorite card in the deck, but I do think it just flows really nicely with the rest of the engine that I'm playing. So, yeah, I feel like it's good enough. And then just anti-hand traps, 1 talents, and 1 call by. For the extra, standard, we are playing 2 Fusion Magnum and 1 Flux. This is standard. You play 2 and 1. I always say I want to play 2. I wish I had room. You just don't. There's so much utility you need to make space for. Next is Mystical Sand. So, this is the target for Super Duper. You summon this off Super Duper. And then, because it's a level 6 and not a level 7, 3, or 4, it means that if your opponent hand traps you into one of your 1-card starter and you have Super Duper, you can still play. The best card is a Naturia Fusion, which is level 10, and that card is effectively a targeting negate that is not hard once per turn, I believe. That card is just better because it takes 2 Earth Synchros, so it is also technically a super poly target under this into Cool Tune. So, yeah, definitely consider that instead of this. It's like a 50-cent super rare, so, like, get that instead of this card. I do think that card is better. I am not playing super poly, but once I have that, I will be. 1 Gallant. This is standard. Don't have to explain it. Crush Heap, standard. This is an endboard piece in this deck. This allows you to get to just a ridiculous amount of follow-up, as well as just recycling your Guardian Chimera when you, not Guardian Chimera, Kawaki Myra Guardian, just a ridiculous amount of times. Yeah, this card's insane. 1 IP, 1 SP, endboard pieces, endboard breakers. 1 Gorgon. I think I summoned this twice the entire time. Was not good enough either time. This will be cut when we get WP Fancy Ball because that card is broken. This card just didn't do enough, and nobody is playing Liger right now, so I don't really care. This was a new addition on the 3rd locals, 1 Quartet. So I didn't play this before because I didn't know what I didn't know what the card did exactly. Like, admittedly, and then once I reread the card and I was like, oh, this card's actually busted. So basically, this is another way to recur Guardian. The highest ceiling that this allows is you can do Kawaki Myra Guardian 4 times in the same turn. That is busted. And the reason why we're able to do this is because Cross Sheep happens to be an Earth monster and not a rock. So your targets are usually Cross Sheep and Guardian. Sometimes it'll be Fenrir if you play Fenrir. And I'll explain that as well when we get to it. 1 Access Code Talker. I think I've summoned this a total of like 3 times. You don't need this to kill, but it does make killing go easier, and removing cards off the board is also really important. We did play this. So, again, like, Liger, no one's playing it, but I do want to remove specific cards from my opponent's side of the field a lot of the time. This deck just has no issue putting bodies on the board, and it's a negate. Like, ×2, technically speaking. So, I do think that even though Liger is not being played as much right now, I think this is good enough to still play. I think I summon this. I summon this definitely more than Access Code. I think at least 6 times. Just to remove 1 card and just help kill faster. Like, that's just a lot of the times what this helps facilitate, because you really don't have an issue with putting big bodies on board. It's just removing cards is sometimes a problem. Our Fallen package. So, the way that this links into from Super Duper into the Fallen is that because I also play Garura. Again, I'm not playing Super Poly. That's not why this is here. Basically, we need to have a target to when my opponent has Zaylin on the board. And I go Super Duper, main phase 1, first action Super Duper, summon Albion, and then I send both Zaylin and this, because they're both Dark Dragons, to the graveyard, and then I summon Garura out. So this can get me a draw into Engine, possibly, and then on top of that, I then get a guaranteed F&V, and then more disruption or removal on follow-up as well for turn 3. So I did that every time I played against a Kultun player. And it was incredibly effective. I also did it against a Red Dragon Archfiend player. Did not win me the game, but it did help me out a lot in that matchup. I did need the draw in that situation because I needed more Engine in that particular game. So yeah, like, these were great. I would not change this specifically. Since I would be going to Super Poly instead, I'm not sure what I would cut at the moment. Probably this, because I just don't summon this very often. Just so I can get another target into the extra deck. So, finally for the side, again, this was also like an evolving thing over the week. My side deck on the first tournament was like not good, and then I changed it for the second locals, and then it stayed that way because it was effective enough. We're playing 3 Fenrir first. This might go down to 2. I don't think I sided in 3 Fenrir ever. I think I sided in 2. But sometimes you do want 3 specifically for Rolad and for KT. Never saw it, except for against Mitsu, which I sided in 1 because I needed just another card to side out, or side in, and it came up. Not because of its effects or anything, but because it's a level 7 tribute summon monster, and I was able to tribute summon and get a bunch of more bodies on board, because I had Epsilon and Sigma Plus on board specifically, and that allowed me to basically just retain all advantage and just go Super Plus because of it. However, I don't think I would cut it entirely. Definitely down to 2, though. Yeah. Next, 2 Santa Claus. I did see this. It was good when I saw it. One really cool combo that I did was it was versus Kultun. I opened it. I broke most of their board, and then, I actually claused the remix. I don't know why they left the remix, but they did. I claused the remix. And then later in the turn, I summoned Flux with Beta on board and bounced the Beta and Claws back to hand, so I had follow-up and removal for the next turn if I didn't kill them. And I ended up killing them that turn, but like, if I didn't kill them for whatever reason, I still had enough for follow-up to effectively end the game. The third Fua. Again, I might main this and just side the call by. That's pretty much all I would do. We play 2 Sloth and 1 Thrust. This should be 3. I don't own 3. Whenever I don't think I resolve Sloth for more than 2 draws the entire time. It's fine. Like every time except for one time it got me 2 more cards that were good. I think the first day I was playing Droplet and it got me to a Droplet which outed the board. So like I was very fine with it. Thrust, this is kind of like the pseudo third copy of Sloth. I'm not cutting it when I get the third one. There's a different card I'm going to cut. But yeah, like I think if you're playing Sloth, you should be playing at least 1 copy of this, especially if it gets you to Engine. 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. I play this because there's one guy who's Odeon Andy at our locals, and I didn't play him. Did I see these cards? Absolutely. Did they come up? Yes, they did. I am glad that I played them. I would be taking out 1 Storm for the 3rd Sloth, though. That would be the change I make. And then probably my favorite card in the side deck is just Accusation. Every time that I resolve this, I win. Like, this card's just busted. I don't want to play Judgment. I don't think Judgment is good in this deck in particular. You kind of want to resource war your opponent because this deck can just like grind out a game. So if you hit like a very critical engine piece, or if you hit a board breaker, is insane. So yeah, like I was pretty happy with this. Again, every time that I resolved this card, I won that game. So I actually opened 3 of this in my final match of the tonight's locals, and it was relevant. I resolved 2 of them, because I hit, what's it called? It was against Mitsu Clown Crew. I hit the quick play for Clown Crew, and then I think I hit Prayers. I can't remember specifically. I think it was Prayers, but yeah, no, like they couldn't get to anything because I also drolled them. But like this was effectively the end of the game at that point. The Mitsu cards just weren't enough, and they needed to see Super Poly, and they just were not seeing it. So yeah, that's it for the deck profile. If you have any questions, please let me know. This deck's really fun and really simple, and also really cheap. If you are looking for a really fun budget deck to play, highly recommend it. It is very rewarding, and for people who stick with it, because there's a lot of random shit that you can do. I think like the core is like $20. Like, you do not need to play Fallen. You definitely can sub that out for something else. I was on like Super Poly is a very good target. Like, for example, a very good replacement, and I should probably be playing it somewhere in my list. But yeah, no, this has been working for me, and I'm very happy with it. And with that, thank you guys for watching, and give a like. Goodbye.